Right now, everybody seems to be talking about XRP. Everybody that's watching the channel probably knows that I love myself some XRP. It's the biggest cryptocurrency I hold, but I don't think a lot of people are realizing just how crucial and just how good a position it is in right now. I really like to state that XRP right now as it stands is the best crypto to at least take a look at in terms of longevity, the long term, but more importantly, really for accumulating when things are doing bad and for basically keeping some sort of store of value. And what I mean with that, or at least a part of what I mean with that, is that if we take a look at recent price action for almost any crypto, XRP has been one of the best, and right now, I'd say a lot of analysts, a lot of people close to the matter, and also just people who can think logically, are thinking that this is the time where things turn around. Now, guys, I'm still over in the Maldives still. What I've got behind me is just so ridiculously beautiful, but the problem is it is too light, and I can't fix this camera to be able to show it and still be able to showcase me. But again, we're talking about XRP anyway, so it does not really matter. So what I wanted to say here is that many people are stating that this is the point where things turn around for it, mostly for the better, because of two major things coming up. One is the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit. Key court hearing approaches. Well, the long story short about that is we have ourselves updates every now and then in the lawsuit. I don't think it matters too much though, but really all we're waiting for is for Ripple to give the clear or the SEC to give the clear, when in reality all that would happen most likely from here is Ripple coming to an agreement with the SEC that either no more fine has to be paid, or this is my thoughts, right? The fine gets paid, it gets into the US Treasury, and from there on forward the US government will officially own XRP, that most likely, just following whatever happened with the whole Bitcoin strategic reserve bill, basically they will not sell. So the way I'm seeing it is Ripple right now is fighting a battle where obviously they are also not shy of letting the SEC take the W here, take the victory, and giving them the XRP. The only problem I think was going on is that Ripple is afraid that basically them selling XRP to institutions and them accepting this fine is now some sort of admission of wrongdoing. If they don't counter appeal, which they did, or they retrace that, they take it away, then from that point on forward, that is the legal precedent going forward. And again, with the new current SEC, it's hard to state if that is the best idea for them. Now, at the same time, though, we've also got many XRP ETF applications awaiting an SEC decision. The long story short about that is we've got ourselves something pretty juicy coming up for XRP on multiple fronts. Obviously, the regulatory leadership has changed a lot. There's a lot of speculation about everything following Trump's side, from the SEC side, from regulatory side, but more importantly, XRP from all the different cryptos in the list. I don't even have to talk about partnerships or about progress here over time. It just has one of the best risk-reward ratios, purely based on these two things. ETFs being applied for where it makes also sense. It's not an ETF of Melania or whatever. That's not going to get approved anyway. We're talking here about a coin that's been mentioned by Trump, that's based in the US, that's already won mostly the key battle against the SEC. They're good to go. And that's why a lot of people, let me quickly find the article here that showcases it. A lot of people are stating this. Here's why not owning at least 1,000 XRP is insane, according to a crypto founder. I'm seeing this article go around everywhere right now. A lot of people are putting up that if you're taking a look at it, right, about the list basically of how much XRP people hold, this guy in a recent video explained why XRP's potential could be life-changing and why missing out might be a huge mistake. Farina highlighted that having 2,503 XRP puts an investor in the top 10% of XRP wallets. He sees this as a highly achievable for most investors today. Now, I would say, yeah, it does make sense that to be in the top 10% at 2,500 coins, something that most people could achieve, even though it's like multiple, it's like $6,000 or something along those lines. Let's just say $5,000-$6,000. It's a lot, certainly, but it's also a number that should be able to be achieved by a lot of the people watching this in some way, shape, or form. And the question more so becomes, is it wise? Now, the number is a bit skewed because just because you're in the top 10% doesn't mean you're in the top 10%. How? Well, because this is addresses, but a lot of people hold money on exchanges, and obviously an exchange has one big wallet instead of 1,000 small ones. Then again, one person could also have 1,000 small ones while only being one person, so that might skew things ever so slightly, well, actually significantly. Now, again, the person making these claims, I don't think is necessarily really useful or so. I still think the guy is, I don't want to call him a scammer, but definitely useless in most pieces of information fully. But what he says is he basically compares XRP to Bitcoin in 2012, basically stating back then, one Bitcoin was also below $500. So just from that logic, why, if Bitcoin could go to 100,000, could XRP not do it? Part of it is true. Part of it, the response should be, if a lot of coin was able to do it, this coin should also. But that would only be if they have the same amount of coins in circulation. XRP has 100 billion, whereas Bitcoin only has 21 million. Now, if again, you do market cap wise and say, hey, if Bitcoin was able to go to $2 trillion worth of market cap, why would XRP not be able to do it? My response would be, yeah, I mean, at some point in the future, it most likely should be possible, which is why I very often put up these targets of, $30, $50, wherever per XRP, even for this cycle, because following almost no rule of logic is that a very crazy thing to watch out for. Just like how I think Bitcoin could go another 10, 20, 50x from here, just given it enough time. I still think the same for XRP, and I still think it could perhaps do a 50x, if not more, which would, again, put it at $100 or so. From here, without it being too crazy, really, without it disrupting too much. And this here was an example. If XRP hits $100 and you own 1,000 coins, you have 100K, an amount he considers life-changing in many countries. With 10,000 XRP, an investor would hold $1 million. But again, at that point, we do not know what purchasing power will look like. In that sense, it could, theoretically speaking, be so that by that time, the 100K is worth significantly less, which is why you care more about how many coins you have. And that's one interesting thing when it comes to cryptos. A lot of us, we care more about how many coins we have and the purchasing power of that than the denominated value in USD. But maybe it's just my personal thing. But I care more about what it is going to be in terms of coins, which is why I stack coins, not dollars. I always want to get more Bitcoin, more XRP, more all that. Anyway, 𝗕𝗓𝗪 executive confirms XRP is not meant for retail. Every single XRP will be like gold. I keep seeing people talk about these different theories, and the only response I'll give to y'all is just indeed sometimes you're on a lucky spree. And with XRP, I often say it like this. I still think we were very lucky to find it quite early. A lot of us are already up tremendously, and I still think it's quite early for the opportunity that there is. Mostly because of the stuff I just mentioned earlier, where we've got a lot of beautiful things coming up, a lot of bullish factors coming up. I don't know. I feel as if this US-based cryptocurrency wave is going to hit really, really hard on the US and everything around it, and that the whole Trump administration is going to be pushing this so freaking far that it would be stupid for me to give up now. And one of the best ones, in my opinion, actually literally number one, is, as of this point, XRP. Some people will agree, some people will disagree, but that's the way I see the market right now. And often when I think about it, hey, is 1,000 coins enough? Well, again, if you're happy with, for example, $20,000 and you see that as life-changing amounts of money, well, as of this point, 1,000 XRP is 2,500. I still think this cycle, it could really go to $20,000, $30,000 if we're in a bit of a good path. It could happen, though, within just one year even. Well, from that angle, yeah, it's quite enough to get yourself some life-changing amount. Maybe you can put a down payment on a house with that now, right? Additionally to what you already had before, and now you change your entire life just off of 1K XRP. Yeah, I think from that angle, it's definitely possible. But will this retire you? If you're talking about this year, it's very unlikely, right? But if, again, we push the end goal a bit longer, a couple of coins in a good spot right now, ADA, XRP, Solana, I think all those, in my opinion, right now, financial advice, are just in an accumulation phase right now where, again, you just buy. They mostly go sideways, but a lot less down than most of the competition before they get a massive shot upwards. But hey, I'm ready to be hurt again. Every single time we're in the spot we're in right now, the market seems to crash yet again. So I'm ready to get my heart broken, but I'm also ready for another massive shot upwards. I'm excited for whatever the market has to bring to us, but I just wanted to quickly share that a lot of people are making articles about XRP right now. Really, when I look at the top article lists, I basically have analysts who go over all the most read news and see what's hottest. XRP, 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 XRP. The price is not doing much, but people are still looking it up. People still want to know more. And the nice part about it is, it's mostly because the price is just not going down, where a lot of other coins are slowly trickling down. XRP is holding up tremendously well. And sometimes that could mean that, again, the underlying demand is so great that many are selling off because they're afraid and the market's moving down. Bitcoin's getting that dominance, but still, there is an institution, there are the multiple institutions, maybe even it's the US government. I don't want to speculate on that. I'm just saying, hey, it could be buying up, causing the price to not dip down. And maybe, like I said before, even with Bitcoin, it's just a big fear campaign trying to push prices down lower so they can accumulate more. But again, for some coins, they're not able to push it down that much, like XRP, like ADA. Because again, the other side, the buying is just so severe. And it could be that even the founders of Cardano or Ripple don't even know that, right? But there's something else happening in the background from the US side. But then again, I often think, no, there must be some agreements in place already. But to another extent, I'm thinking maybe Trump really doesn't even talk too much to all these project founders. They're just going their own route to make as much profit as possible. And they don't care about the coins themselves. They don't care about the team or the founders. They just care about maximizing gains. But even that, if it's not on Ethereum, we don't really know because we don't have all the addresses. But it's a very interesting story to watch. But yeah, that's about it for right now. Just wanted to update y'all that it's crazy right now. And that's about it.